Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now this is typical, isn't it? Just as I'm about to wrap things up before WrestleMania weekend, the man himself, Bray Wyatt, posts on social media. Cryptic as ever, and the wrestling world is blown up, and there's now speculation that Bray Wyatt could make a triumphant return to WWE at WrestleMania. All through a post. That is the power of the man himself, Wyndham Rotunda. The genius, the creative genius. So, what on earth happened? Well, basically, all Bray Wyatt has done is post a picture of him landing in Dallas, Texas. Okay? And he basically put that there was a vibrant feel about the city, that he's really excited for things to come, and basically referencing WrestleMania weekend, that it's always been a very special place and time for him, always very close to his heart. And I'm sure he's genuinely excited just to meet some fans again, to be at a wrestling convention, to link up with his loyal Fireflies for a meet and greet, where his fans can of course meet him in person too. So it works both ways, and this could be just genuine excitement for that alone, excluding WrestleMania completely. However, logistically, he is only 20 minutes away, okay? This is WrestleMania weekend. It's been a whole year since we've seen the Fiend Bray Wyatt in WWE. The night after WrestleMania of last year, he did tease that he would be back essentially. Something new would be coming. Of course, since then, he got released in July of 2021. Hasn't appeared in another wrestling promotion. All we know is he's gone to Hollywood to work on projects. Since that time as well, we've seen Alexa Bliss return to WWE at Elimination Chamber to then get pulled from TV, which I always thought was a bit fishy and a little bit odd. And I thought the only way they randomly pull Alexa Bliss from TV is if there was a sudden change in development storyline wise with Alexa, because they were going to push her strong. Like, she went face to face with Bianca and then vanished in the chamber. Now, this is a massive outshot, but between just before Elimination Chamber and now, has Bray Wyatt re-signed with WWE? Is that why Alexa's being pulled? Because of course, Alexa has a connection with The Fiend. The last time we saw The Fiend, Alexa was in his presence. Cost him the match via a distraction, seemingly as this Sister Abigail-esque figure. And that, to me, seems odd. Have they suddenly gone, well, Bray's coming back, we need to do something with your character here because we need to continue that storyline. We know Bray, if he was ever to come back, is going to have some serious creative control. He's going to want that. He's going to demand that. And it was never the question of, would Vince welcome Bray back? It would be a case of, would it be the right move for Bray to come back? And if he does come back, and if this were to happen, it would be absolutely incredible. Imagine 100,000 fans plus, and Bray Wyatt makes his triumphant return to WWE. For me, it would have to be the right move for him. He's mentioned that he's physically, emotionally and mentally in the best place he's ever been, and it could be the right time. And speaking of time, on his post he also got, basically he said that he was going to answer some questions from his followers and fans, and he did that. I won't go through all the answers, but it was interesting. He was showing love for Seth Rollins, which I thought was interesting. We'll get onto in a moment. And also saying that he misses wrestling, which understandably, of course, he's going to. And felt like if ever the time was right, he would return. Now, talking of the time, is why I underlined it in the thumbnail. What greater time to come back? Things come full circle a year from when we last saw him, and he returns to the WWE at WrestleMania on the grandest stage of them all. That would be incredible. Now, we know that it's no secret really that Seth Rollins is mystery opponent. Did you see the April Fools, by the way, that they were teasing that it was going to be Shane McMahon? Imagine that, or imagine if it was Goldberg. So we kind of assume it's going to be Cody Rhodes, but could the Fiend get involved in some way? Also, could we see a double return in Cody Rhodes and the Fiend? You can't leave that off the table. You can't leave the Alexa Bliss connection off the table as well. And Vince McMahon did say on the Pat McAfee show that he listens to the fans. Now, if he's listening to the fans, if he's listening to the fans in the first place, he wouldn't have got rid of Bray Wyatt and fired him. Although we don't know the circumstances, that will be said. He would bring the man himself back. We know he's a merchandise mover. We know he's a top main eventer. creative genius, one of the best in wrestling history, in my opinion. You can hate him or like him, whatever. You can't argue that. It would make sense. Surely, it's got to happen. Let him in this weekend. Let him in. Bring him back. I know I'm biased because I'm a huge fan. It's no secret that the Fiend gimmick got me back into WWE once more. It's got to happen, right? Come on, Vince. Set in stone. Imagine it. Imagine the pop. It would be absolutely incredible. It is a possibility, but it could just be the fact that he was killing time on his playing journey, answering questions from fans, and look, we're probably reading too much into it. But look, what a way to get people talking. It's WrestleMania weekend. Bray Wyatt is in the location, Dallas, Texas. Anything can happen. Thank you so much for watching the video. It'd be really interesting to get your thoughts and opinions as well. So get down in the comment section. Do you think this is the right time to bring him back? Is it the right time for him personally? That's down to Wyndham himself. But anyway, it's exciting. Thank you so much. It'd be really appreciative if you could like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and looking forward to WrestleMania. Will they let him in? Exciting times.